Hello YouTube, Mystic Cat 10 on Team Game Channel. Today we're on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and I'll be showcasing for you guys an awesome elite variant of the SAC3 submachine gun. It is called Blood and Gory. I'll look over the stats once this match is over. We're just going to see how I do with it. For the attachments, I basically don't have that many unlocked, but because it's a dual-wield weapon as the SAC3 is, which I generally don't like, but this variant of it is pretty good. This is something that you really want to go up for accuracy on. But there's not that many attachments that can do that well, so really laser sights is one of the few things that I think work well with this. You can see an image of it right there. It seems like they got rid of, I think there's normally a stock on this, and they've been made kind of like pistols at this point, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like you're holding dual-wield PDWs because they're full auto. You see, and the problem, once again, with dual-wield weapons is they're really inaccurate. So really, if you're on a really long-range map, I definitely do not recommend using the SAC3 in general, or just really any variant you have. But for a close-range map, it's really nice to have dual-wield, because then you don't need to aim into your sight, which your enemy will have to do, and will inconvenience them and make them less likely to be able to get the kill. But let me know what your opinion is on dual-wield, because as I said already, I don't really like dual-wield. Not necessarily, but sometimes it comes in handy. I gotta admit, because you're doing double the damage if you are hitting the person. But the SAC3, it's a pretty good gun. It's I think they've had it in previous games, but it was called the Vector K10 in Black Ops 2. I know of. I'm not sure if it was in any other game. I think it was in MW2 actually. And I really like that gun. It's kind of sad to see it made a dual wield. I kind of wish they had a regular version. There was an attachment that made it dual wield. And it wasn't just stock dual wield, but you know, you can't wish for everything. Let me know what your opinion is on that. Did you guys like the Vector just as it was non-dual wield? Oh no, we're getting out of ammo here. Come on, we gotta get this kill. We gotta get this. Yeah, let's go. That was pretty awesome. That's another thing though. You run out of ammo really fast when you're using a dual wield. So this is a class that I don't have it on here because you can only have 2 perks from that category. At least I think it's that category I'm thinking of. I think it's perk class 2 where Scavenger is, and I already have 2 perks there that I feel are really important. But when you're using a dual-wield weapon or a weapon that has ammo at all, I really suggest putting on Scavenger in this because if you double tap X, you eject all of the ammo in that magazine, and so you're going to run out of ammo. And generally in other Call of Duties, I don't know why, because they didn't have that option. It does make you reload faster, so it's bad and good. But in other Call of Duties, there wasn't that option, so it seems like you didn't run out of ammo as much, and Scavenger wasn't as important of a perk. But the perks that I like are Fast Hands and Gung Ho. Gung Ho is really awesome. If you play with it, it's going to be hard to not be using it. Let me know what your favorite elite weapon is. I say this in all the videos, but I'm just curious to see what you guys do enjoy. Because I'd have to say mine is probably the ARX 160 Damnation, if I had to choose. It's just a really good gun. A lot of people would probably choose the Steel Bite over it, because they do like the more damage. And I don't know why I like the Damnation, because it's actually got some stats that bring down in a lot of categories that would make the gun better. It brings down fire rate, it brings down damage. I don't know what makes it so good that I still enjoy the gun. There's probably something. Maybe it's just because that was the gun I had first, and so I had more of an opportunity to get used to it. But then again, that's a burst gun. So there's a lot of guns, this is a good example actually, that have a downside, but then again, they have awesome upsides. So this is one of those guns. The ARX 160 is one of those guns because it is a burst gun. But then again, it's just an awesome gun overall. Like, a gun has to have an upside and a downside. Now, some guns, granted, do have only downside or only upside. The Bal 27, for the most part, just has upside. That's a really good gun. But, you're not always in the mood to use something like that. You sometimes want to mix it up, and that's when you'd use a gun like this. Now, while I don't like dual wield, as I said already, I do suggest you do try out the SAC3, and if you have this variant, I definitely recommend you try out this, because this is a good variant. Now, a problem with this variant, though, that makes it bad, this is the downside of the variant. I said there's a downside and upside to everything. It actually does bring down accuracy, I think it was, or range maybe, which both are really bad things on an SMG. But then again, it's dual wield, so how much worse can the accuracy gets. So that's not really that much of a problem. It's a slight problem. But let me know what your thought is on that, because what do you feel is the worst thing that you can have done to an SMG? Because I can think, yeah, as I said already, accuracy and range, because it's an SMG already, and SMGs are meant for close range. And then accuracy, SMGs are generally pretty fast fire rates, so it's a problem because they have a lot of kick. And if you have a lot of kick, bringing down the accuracy even more is going to be a big problem. But then that's a fine example of how dual wield just now is a bad thing sometimes, because even at that range, it's hard to hit someone. I know the XMG, which is a heavy weapon, that is a dual wield, and they have the option on that because it's a heavy weapon that you can actually mount yourself down. It actually becomes really accurate, but the gun is just inconvenient overall. You run slow with it. So unless you're on a really pretty long range map, but then again, because it's dual wield, it won't work on a long range map. See, so they're kind of taking it out of its boundary of a gun, because the XMG, as I said, is meant for a map that's long range. So then, or well, not the XMG, I mean heavy weapons overall are made for long range maps. But then again, they made it dual wield, so it's kind of hard to use, but with the ability to go into lockdown mode, it's called, actually, come to think of it, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can have your accuracy, your crosshairs, like, really tiny, like the size of the reticle in a scope, which makes the gun super accurate even though it's dual wield. So really, it's not that terrible. But then again, I don't like dual wield, as I said already. I do have an elite variant of that I hope to showcase pretty soon. I'm running out of elite weapons to show. I think I have like 2 or 3 more. So not that many running out per se, but not a lot to show still. I hope to get a lot more elites though. It's really awesome when you get an elite from a supply drop, it's called. But then again, it's terrible when you hear elite and then you don't get a gun. And let me know what your favorite elite is that you've gotten. I really wish there was a way to earn elite weapons, elite variants of a weapon. Like if you do so good with the weapon that you get an elite, or you could trade elites with people. Because I know people who would enjoy to have some of the elites I have, and they could give me some that I'd really enjoy. Because I know I would really love to have the Moore's Doctor. And I'm sure that the person who would be willing to trade that with me said they had wanted the Steel Bite or something. And so I'd be willing to give that up because, as I said already, I like the Damnation more. I use that more. So it wouldn't be that big of a sacrifice. That'd be really awesome if they did implement a trading system. I think it was Ali A, who was who was a YouTuber. Go check him out. Produces a lot of Call of Duty stuff, pretty much. He tweeted at someone who was like a head at Sledgehammer Games, and he asked, can we have a weapon trading system or a way to directly earn elite variants? And he replied back, yes. Now, they haven't said anything officially other than that, but hopefully that could mean that we're gonna get a system with that very soon, because I would really love to see that. Now, the match is over, let's see how we did, and then we're gonna go check out the stats. 25 and 20, not too bad at all. Nice final kill there. That's me right in the background. So, if you guys did enjoy the gun, I definitely recommend you try it out, as I said already, even though I don't like, as I've said many times in this video, even though I don't like dual wield, I definitely recommend you check out this if you do have it. It brings up fire rate by 1, down accuracy by 1, down handling by 2, and up mobility by 2. Now, I guess the reason I like it is because it brings up mobility, but then again, I don't like it bringing down handling, so I'm not sure why I like this, even though I don't like the SAC3 in general. But, anyway, thank you for watching the video, and if you did enjoy, please leave a like, it helps out more than you know, and I hope to see you next time.